Poppin', yeah.
Hello beautiful friends of mine, I'm LIN ZHANG and welcome to my channel. This is Sherry Sundays, which means every single Sunday you're gonna expect a new video from me. For this week I wanted to make a story time video about the time that Emirates me over. Now to be very fair, I haven't had a lot of flying experience. Growing up I did fly back and forth from China a lot, but it was usually on Cathay Pacific. I just don't have a wide range of experiences, but this by far was the worst flight experience of my entire life. Frequent flyers, it might not rank as but it would definitely be on their top 10 list of worst flight experiences. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to make this as concise and as fast as I can, because I know that your time is precious and my time is precious and I don't want to waste too much of our time. But there's just so many little details of this entire experience that I don't want to miss out on. So if you get confused by anything, it might just be that I didn't explain it well enough because I didn't have as much space to really flesh out everything that happened. But I will give you all of the important points I can remember. Back in January, I was flying to Thailand for the very first time for a workshop for my architecture studio. I was really lucky because this program was funded by the school in Thailand and I didn't have to pay for a flight, I didn't have to pay for a hotel. It was covered for me, or else there was no way I could actually possibly go. So I already had the mindset that no matter what comes at me or whatever snafu happens, it'll be fine, because I was blessed enough to have this experience, to have a school pay for me to go there, for me to not have to spend extra money, for me to be able to travel. You know, all of 2017 I was like, man, I wish I could travel, I wish I could travel. And as soon as 2018 hit, I was like, wow, I'm really going to Thailand for the first time in my life and for free. So I just want you guys to know, I was really positive about how it was going to be. I tried my best to really just stay positive, and I am a positive person, so I didn't really think anything could go wrong. Now, I live in New York, and my friends who are also in the same class as me, they live all over the world. So we were all scheduled on different flights and different airlines. I was flying alone, unfortunately, and I was flying out of JFK. Now, this was the beginning of January, and we were hit with a huge snowstorm. It was pretty bad. So my flight, I think it was supposed to take off around noon. I get there early in the morning. That's when the snow really started piling on. And I can see outside the window, I was like, oh no, there's gonna be delays. I'm sure some flights are gonna get canceled. It doesn't look too good outside. Airlines are not responsible for snowstorms. It's the weather, you know? If they cannot operate because it's not safe, that's understandable, because I would like to live. You know, I'm okay with a few hours of delays if it means I get a safe trip. Now, it's almost our original scheduled boarding time, and they said, you know what, we're actually gonna delay this until 5 p.m. At 5 p.m., we are absolutely going to take off. Everyone just sit tight. We're having a delay. It's the snow. It's gonna clear. The wind's gonna clear. Everything will be fine by 5 o'clock. And I'm hopeful. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can hang out at the airport for a little while. That's fine, no problem. All of the other airlines are canceling their flight. One after another, I'm hearing flight Z235 is canceled and rescheduled for tomorrow. Flight whatever is canceled. All of these flights are getting canceled. And I'm like, how is it possible that my flight's not canceled yet? Why are they saying 5 o'clock positively we will be taking off? I'm thinking, okay, maybe just the route we're going is a different direction. Maybe we would pass by a different cloud. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and it's 4 o'clock and they tell us the flight's canceled. Please go to baggage claim and pick up any bags that you had checked in. I'm annoyed, but you know what? I live in New York. There are people who are at JFK who do not live in New York, and now they have to pay for an extra night of a hotel. You know, they tell me there's nothing they can do about my travel expenses. There's nothing they can do about anyone else's travel expenses. So I was not about to Uber out of there because the estimated price was about 100 something, and I live 30 minutes away from the airport. I live so close to the airport and it was $100 something, and I was like, nope, that's not happening. You know, I go to baggage claim after I asked them if there's anything they can do about travel expenses, and they said no. And I'm like, fine. I'm lucky enough that I don't live that far. I can still take the train, the air train, and then the MTA train home. It'll take me probably 40 minutes, maybe an hour. Fine, whatever. So I go to baggage claim, and I'm waiting, and I'm sitting on the floor, and I'm charging my phone, and I'm trying to connect to whatever Wi-Fi there is available, and I'm just really bored. I had seasons of The Office and also Curb Your Enthusiasm downloaded on my MacBook, and I'm like chilling on the floor of baggage claim, watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, trying to just like wait for the bags to get out. Now the baggage claim is a huge mess. Like there are bags everywhere, there's people everywhere, like because so many flights got canceled, everyone's picking up their bags. So I wait for maybe 30 minutes, and like there's no update on where the Emirates bags are, but they said like either conveyor belt 9 or 10, it's gonna come out of those. So I'm standing there waiting for the bags to come out. Another 30 minutes passed, nothing. I'm getting really annoyed, so I asked an Emirates employee, hey, like, do you know if there's any updates on the Emirates bags, because they told us to come here and pick up our bags. And they snapped at me and they were like, oh, like just be patient. Like there are a lot of bags and there are a lot of flights canceled. You need to be patient. It's gonna come out any minute. So I was like, okay, I will wait, whatever. And I waited another hour. So literally, I think it was like 2 entire hours on waiting for my bag, my suitcase. My suitcase that I don't need to bring home with me because it's all stuff I packed for Thailand, so it's all my summer clothes, you know? Like, I just want to remind you guys, I live in New York. Like, I live 30 minutes from the airport. Like, I didn't need my luggage at all, but because they said that they were returning our baggage and we need to pick it up and they cannot hold it for us, I'm waiting for my luggage. So more time has passed, and I asked another random JFK employee who wasn't in an Emirates uniform or anything, and I was like, hey, do you have any updates on the Emirates bags? And she tells me all of the Emirates bags are frozen in cargo and they cannot bring it out. Okay, what does that mean then? Do I need to pick it up? And she's like, no, like you can go home. Flight's rescheduled for tomorrow. They're just gonna bring the luggage directly to Thailand. Okay, so there was no loud announcements about it. The employee I just spoke to before her told me to wait and be patient because apparently I'm the impatient one. And she tells me that I wasted my time waiting because it's frozen. I storm out of there. I'm like, I'm mad, you know? I'm annoyed that I wasted so much of my time. I'm still trying to think on the bright side, like, okay, I'm going to Thailand tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a day late. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the first day of the workshop, but it'll be okay, is what I'm telling myself. Now, because so many flights were canceled, the air train that leads from JFK to where the MTA train is completely jammed. For some reason, they were not running the entire route anymore. So a lot of people were getting different information from different airport employees telling us to go on this train towards this direction, that train towards a different way, or wait at this platform and transfer to the next one. It took so long. I just want to remind you guys that I live 30 minutes to an hour away from the airport. I didn't get home for another 3 hours. It took 3 hours of travel time from the airport to get home. I get home and I'm just relieved I get to sleep in my own bed. I knew there were some other people flying who just planned on staying the night at the airport because they were not going to pay for another night at the hotel. I get to sleep in my own bed for another night. You know, I wasted an entire day, but it's okay because I'm getting a free flight to Thailand. It's okay. Now the next day, I don't remember what time we're supposed to take off, but let's say it's also around noon. And now the airport is full of people who had their flights canceled from the day before and full of people who have their flights currently scheduled for today. So it is double the amount of people who were expected to be there on that day. I understood that things were going to take a while. They issued us new boarding passes. You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, the weather's really cleared up today. Everything's gonna be fine. All the flights were going out smoothly. And our flight got delayed. And I didn't really understand why until they told us the pilot and the flight attendants didn't know what time they were supposed to get to the airport. They did not know when the flight was because no one told them when the flight was. No one told the pilot when the flight was, but they told all of the customers, and all of the flight attendants and the pilots got a hotel in Manhattan. And now JFK is in Queens. Traffic from Manhattan to JFK is absolutely bonkers at all times, but now adding on top of that, it's a snow day, the day after a snowstorm. The weather's still pretty bad. The roads are still pretty bad. So instead of leaving at noon, they didn't come for another 3 to 4 hours because they were not told when the flight was, and when they found out, they were stuck in traffic. So they finally show up, and really, like, this is really funny. I wish I recorded it on Snap or something. Everyone was just clapping for them. It's like, yes, honey, you did the bare minimum and you showed up. Like, please just get us to our destination. Like, we just want to go, and that's it. Now, I was flying to Dubai first. That was where my layover was going to be, and then I was gonna have a flight from Dubai into Bangkok, and then from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. I've always heard amazing things about the airport in Dubai. It was something I was excited for, yet again. We finally, after they showed up, after they set up, after they got the food cart ready, after they loaded the plane, we board and we get in there. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, like the Emirates airplane, it was pristine. Like, I was in regular economy class and I felt like I had I'm kind of short. I'm 5'4". I'm not short. I'm just like, I don't take up a lot of space, you know? And I felt like, okay, I have like a comfortable amount of space here. And there's like a TV screen that's like rotatable, that you can rotate. And they had cameras out of the airplane so that you can see your view as you're taking off. I had a window seat, so I was lucky enough to also see what was happening outside of the window. But if you had a middle seat or something, like, you can experience literally taking off, like, from the view of the pilot. It was so crazy to me because I've never had that type of flight experience. The flight itself was really smooth. The flight attendants were very, like, whatever. I don't know if they were just all really in a bad mood because none of them were as professional as I expected the Emirates crew to be. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and just think that maybe they were so thrown off by everything that's happening that they also weren't on their A game. But they ignored all of my service lights. My light would be on for 20 minutes straight and they wouldn't even bat an eye. Now, we finally land in Dubai. My layover was supposed to be maybe 6 hours, and now it's being cut short because our flight was delayed. But because our flight was so delayed, we didn't get there until an hour and a half before the boarding time. But I'm really happy because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we can make this flight. Like, I can make this flight. Whoever else is on a connecting flight to Thailand, like, we're gonna make it because even with the crew being late, we're gonna land just in time. And I get to Dubai. Now, this video is already a bit long, so I'm gonna make it a two-part video. So you're gonna find out what happens next Sunday. I just want you to know, as like a little spoiler, a little teaser, it was not as smooth as just getting to Dubai and going to Thailand. It was not at all. Emirates decided on our behalf, to do something without telling any of us. And what I thought was going to be a smooth transition from Dubai to Thailand did not happen. It just gets worse. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it next week because we're running out of time here and I don't want to make like a 500-hour-long video. Please come back to my channel next week and I promise you, like, I'm going to give you the rest of the details. You know, I'm getting so worked up over this because I feel like I'm reliving something. Until I started really talking about it, I didn't get to really get this off my chest. So I'm glad I'm making this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for bearing with like me being just like annoyed. But remember, like I said, Sherry Sundays, guys. Every Sunday I make a new video on this channel. And please don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. Leave a like and a comment and I will respond to you. Thank you guys so much for everyone who's been watching so far, and thank you guys so much for everyone who's been leaving nice comments. And you know, I also have an Instagram at Sherry the Creator, and you guys have been leaving me nice DMs as well, and I just appreciate all of it. Like, this is a human to human connection. I'm about the human to human connection. Some people aren't. No shade, Emirates, but shade. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week. Just want to say again, thank you. Okay, bye.